So I'm a rower. That's what I do. I think the best part about rowing that I like the most about it, I guess this is the best way I can describe it. I like rowing the best because it's just one guy versus another guy. Your best on that given day, who goes faster? Who put in more work before? Who's gonna put in more work now? Who's willing to go through more pain? And who's gonna win?
I think rowing is the great equalizer because everyone has to work really hard at it. You can't just like slack off and rely on natural skill or ability. It's really all about determination and working really hard, and I think that the people who put in the most get out the most.
Since rowing is very physically draining, like after the first 10 strokes of a race, you want to die, but you have to push through that, especially for your teammates, and it's not about yourself anymore.
Rowing it's a lot of determination. It's rowing and pulling and hurting for the guy next to you, not yourself. And it's for going the extra mile for the boat as a whole.
What really pushes me is that I don't want to let them down. I know they're giving their all, so I know I have to give more than that to make sure that in the end our group effort is the most that we can do.
I row because I think it's really amazing how you can just focus on the girl in front of you and focus on just looking right at her and making sure that your stroke is perfect and you're not worrying about anything else.
Rowing has been a really unique experience in my life, and that there's certain times in life when you can't really focus on just yourself, but it's more about the collective and working towards a collective goal.
I think rowing is the ultimate team sport. No one person can do it by themselves in a boat. You all have to work together and you all have to be in sync. You have to be on point together and make sure you all have the same goals, and it really teaches you to not just think about yourself but think about what's going on with the other people in the boat.
You keep on going because you have a commitment to the boat, you have a commitment to yourself. You know that that's the only way that you could finish. You keep on going, you know it's hurting, but you have to finish.
Rowing is very challenging. It's something I really enjoy. I enjoy pushing myself every day.
I think rowing has kept me organized in life, and it's pushed me to become a better me.
The sense of teamwork and leadership and just being a part of a second family.
It really just shapes me into who I am and who I'm going to be. I've learned so much from my coaches and my peers that I will definitely use later in life.
I feel like rowing has made me more confident. I feel like it's made me a harder worker. It's just been one of the things in my life that's made me want to take steps that I would usually be too scared to do.
It's opened up so many opportunities for me and allowed me to meet so many people that I would have never met before, and my life would have been so different without, and so much, I guess I'm so much better off now.
One of the things I got out of rowing was stability, because it kept me grounded for schoolwork and getting things done so I'd be able to get to practice on time.
I think rowing is kind of my way to just let everything go, and it's kind of my zen for the day.
When I cross the bridge and I see the boathouse, I just see a new challenge, and I like the people that are here.
All my best friends are rowers now. It kind of just has become a way of life, if you will.
And just because they're a rower, it's just this deeper connection that you have, that you're both willing to go through this amount of work and you're both willing to go through pain. So that's what I think translates to how you're gonna act for the rest of your life, and that's why I think rowers get along very well, and why I'll keep a lot of these friends for a long time.
The coaches, they're awesome. They're always there. They give you criticism and ways to improve, and they're always there to support you, and I really appreciate it. It's awesome.
The coaches there are kind of just, they would encourage you to do more, I guess. I don't know, it made me feel like I had a purpose there. I was part of something bigger than myself.
I just want to say thank you to all of them. They've all been amazing. They all offer so many different perspectives, and I just get new information every time I'm on the water, and it's really helpful.
The coaches at PCRA have always been fantastic. I've loved every minute that I spent on the water with them, and off the water they've just been, great people in general.
They push me to be the best I can be.
The coaches definitely always challenge you. They're always pushing you to do your best and say, like, trust your fitness, everything like that.
I think the coaches are just amazing because they teach you so much every day. You think after 4 years you'd know it all, but every single day there's something new that they always tell you, and it's all really valuable things that really help your stroke. And not only rowing, they help with like everything in life. They're great overall people.
My best race memory, absolutely, Northeast Regional Championships. The final, my man Gus Rodriguez in front, Liam Morrissey right behind, and Ryan Tupper. And we had the sprint of the century. It was dynamite. We, everything just clicking, and we moved.
My best time, at least, in terms of racing, was at regionals last year. That boat was it was nice to be in. I was a big fan. We rowed our hardest, and Gus's dad afterwards said that he couldn't have asked for anything more, which is it's rare for Gus's dad to say that. So, yeah, it was nice.
My best race memory, I think, it was in Saratoga, and I was in an 8, and Coach Dave had just told us that he was leaving, so we were all kind of sad about that. So we wanted to do well in the race for him, and we actually got bronze in the race, so we were really happy about that.
It was me, Sam Trow, Jack Shiraki, and Miles in the quad. Every race that season we had medaled at every race we went to, but this was the first race we had in the quad, and we only had one practice together. And we went the whole race, we got first place, and as soon as we crossed the finish line, all 4 of us just dove outside the boat and threw up, because we just couldn't do it anymore.
Definitely getting second in the lightweight quad last year at States was very memorable for me. We qualified for nationals, which was something I thought was not even a possibility, and it was definitely one of the best races I've ever had.
When I was a novice, I was racing the novice 8 at States for the first time, and we came in second, but first in club, but we came in second by like 0.1 second, which was kind of a bummer, but it's still by far is one of my favorite races, because I think that was the first time where I thought to myself, I was like, we can do something.
I would have to say the most funny, memorable moment I've had is when I snapped my tooth doing a 2K until you die type of thing with Andrew Hubble and Kynan. We were just racing the 8s up and down the course and seeing who could win every time, and it was really close, but on one 2K I bit down at the end and I snapped my tooth off, and neither of them believed me until they saw it. It was dark enough out that they had to use their flashlight and everything. But they finally just started laughing at me, and they were like, well, at least we know he's rowing, finally.
And it was the first time I ever sculled, and we were just rowing down, we didn't start the race yet, and I didn't know how to scull, obviously. So I let go of one of my oars and it hit me in the face, and I got a concussion. So that was fun.
When I first started rowing, I was the only person in Learn to Row, and so I was in a single, and they attached the single to the dock with a rope with the coach holding it, and then I started taking strokes, and then at one point I guess I took a semi-hard stroke, and I almost pulled the coach in the water with me.
The week after States of my novice year, after we won, the top 4 guys were in a quad, and we went to take our first stroke, and then the quad flipped. And it's the most brutal thing ever.
I had told Coach Nick that I'd actually been in a training single before, and he decided to put me out in a racing single. I got out in the water, right off the dock, flipped once, got back in the boat, flipped twice, got back in the boat, then flipped 3 times, and then finally he just said, okay, you're gonna help me steer the barge, and we'll get back into single another day.
I don't know if Willie told the story yet, but John wanted us to be at a 36 stroke rating. John asked Katelyn for the stroke rating at the end of the piece, and she was like 30, and John, he went from like a normal mood to he was like, 30? 30? It's supposed to be at 36, Katelyn? And everyone like fell silent, like, we quote it to this day.
I was in a 4 with my fellow rowers and I, and the conditions were so bad that it was hysterical, and I couldn't stop laughing. Well, until we started rowing, but I couldn't stop laughing after we launched, and that was the funniest day that I remember. It was so hysterical. I don't know. It was a had to be there kind of moment, I guess, and I was there.
PCRA means to me, to sum it up, it's family. It really is. I spend most of my hours there each day. I've dedicated countless hours to the team and the people on the team, and I love everyone on there.
I'd say it's a family. It's a tradition.
PCRA is my family. I have been with these guys for 4.5 years. Even the newer kids who I've only been with for a couple of years, I love these guys.
I've made friendships that I feel like I will have for years after PCRA.
PCRA is a second family to me.
Rowing at PCRA is a family to me.
It means family.
At the moment, PCRA kind of just does mean family to me.
PCRA is something I look forward to.
It's a place that I know that every day after school I can go to, and I have that support system.
I'm gonna miss coming here and seeing all my friends and knowing that like I'm just gonna have a good time. Like even if the workout is hard, or I know it's just gonna be fun.
The thing I'll miss most, I think, is like just hanging out on the boat, like in between pieces, like during the water, like it's like you're really tired, but like you're with your friends. So
I think I'm gonna miss just everything in general the most, because I think it's just gonna be sad not being here every day, not like coming to the boathouse, going out on the water, being with your friends, seeing the coaches. I think like the whole daily rowing experience is gonna be what's missed the most.
PCRA, really it's a second home, because honestly I spend very little time at my actual home, but really this is where I spend all my time.
I'm gonna miss so much about PCRA. I think I'm gonna miss coming here every day and seeing my friends. That was like my favorite part of coming on to Glen Island every day, is you're gonna see your friends and you're gonna work really hard, but you're gonna have a good time. And I think I'm gonna miss seeing like the coaches and talking to them. And the only rowing I've ever known is with PCRA, so it's gonna be really different with new people, but I'm gonna miss them a lot.
I'm gonna miss just having this time slot always filled with just knowing I'm gonna see my friends and the coaches and being here all the time. When I have a bad day at school, I know I could come here and just relax, and I'm gonna miss that a lot.